Hey, it's John, and this is my sixth video, so I guess at some point I should probably just stop introducing myself at the start of every video. Um, anyway, my date canceled on me for the night, so I think I'm gonna make two videos tonight. In fact, I think I might start doing that more often, doing more than one a day. Like, why not do more, right? So, what I want to talk about with this video is the whole topic of gymtimidation, or like feeling like you don't belong at the gym, which is an issue I think that a lot of out of shape newbies have who haven't really gone to the gym on a regular basis before. Um, and I'll admit it's not really one that I can relate to. It's not one that I ever dealt with, but it's one that I hear a lot about from other people. So I want to share a few thoughts on it. And first off, I don't have like a total solution to this where like I'm just going to say a few words and you're just never going to feel uncomfortable or out of place again. But hopefully, what I can say will help. First off, if you're afraid people are going to judge you at the gym or, be mean to you, that is extremely rare. Like, almost unheard of. I've been to the gym more than 1,000 times in my life, and I've seen this exactly once about 2 years ago that someone said something mean about someone else. It was some dude in the locker room made some comment about some other guy's weight, and I didn't even see the guy he was talking about. And I didn't like try to pick a fight with him or tell him to shut up, but I just said, well, good for him. He's come to the right place, and that was the end of it. And by the way, the guy who said this mean comment about the other dude's weight was overweight himself. And, I still see him 2 years later. I still see him at the gym, and he's made no progress whatsoever. So, to the extent that any of this ever happens, that's who it comes from. If you're gonna suffer that kind of insults from anyone, it's gonna be someone who's like 5 or 10 pounds lighter than you, not someone who's in really great shape. So a lot of people, thinking about this, think I need to avoid like an advanced gym where people are in really good shape because I'll get made fun of. And the reality is, you'll feel more out of place at the high level gym with all the bodybuilders. But if you're likely to get made fun of anywhere, it's going to be the newbie gym, because people who are really successful at anything are too busy building themselves up to tear other people down. It's always the people who are like either below you or just one rung above you who are going to give you flack. That's just the way that tends to work. Um, so the second thing I want to say is the main thing at the gym, if you don't want to get in anyone's way, don't want anyone to be annoyed at you, just follow proper gym etiquette. Don't don't like occupy equipment without really using it. Like, just do curls in the squat rack, or just spend 10 minutes sitting on a machine just to have somewhere to sit without using it. Don't just grab weights that someone's using or that might be using without asking them. Um, what else? Don't try to talk to someone while they're actually in the middle of a set. Wait for them to finish their set. That's it. I mean, those are the only things that anyone really cares about in the gym. Um, and then the other thing is, I think a lot of people feel self conscious, and they feel like everyone's looking at them. They notice other people seemingly looking at them or noticing them. I want to say a few things about that. First off, what you think you saw may not be what you actually saw. Like, in many cases, people weren't even looking at you, but their gaze was just kind of moving past you. They're just going, like, they weren't actually looking at you. Their head just had to move past you. Another thing to consider, people can notice you without actually judging you. Like, if you think about it, you notice people all day long. You're just like, all right, woman in gray sweater, man in black jacket. You don't think anything about them, you just notice them. So that happens a lot too. Like, most people in the gym will notice you, not think about you, just take note of the fact that you're there without having any judgment about it. And there are all kinds of reasons too that people might glance at you. They might think you look familiar, which you probably do because they probably just seen you at the gym before. They're trying to figure out where they know you from, and it's the gym. Um, they might want to use the equipment you're using and just be watching to see when you're done. But the most common reason why people notice other people by far is something that most of us don't even really think about because it's not even fully conscious, but it's collision avoidance. Like 90% of the time you notice someone, it's just to make sure you don't bump into them. So in particular, if one or both of you is moving or you're close to each other, people will notice you just to make sure they don't bump into you. That's the main reason we notice other people. Um, and the last thing I want to say is, having said all of that, having said that your fear of being judged or feeling out of place, is overblown, that might help a bit, but it's probably not going to solve this for you. You probably still, if you felt out of place last time you were in the gym, you're probably going to feel that way next time, no matter what I say. And there is nothing really that can solve that for you other than just pushing through it and going to the gym. And after you've gone 10 or 20 times, you'll be over it because any new thing that you start doing for any reason is going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to feel out of place, and that's just the natural mental reaction to doing something new. And you just kind of get over it with time, really. So to a certain degree, you really just have to accept that you're going to feel this way, push through it, and just know that it gets better. And if you've probably felt that way about other things in life, going to a new school, a new job, a new anything, it feels uncomfortable at first, and you keep doing it because you have to, and after a while, it just feels comfortable. So, I think the best way to think about this is, just like the physical discomfort of working out, this kind of social discomfort that you feel is just another challenge to get yourself over. It's another way in which you have the opportunity to improve yourself by getting over that. And so if you reframe it that way, then it becomes, instead of being a reason not to go to the gym, this discomfort becomes a reason to go to the gym because now you're getting two benefits from going to the gym, which is physical fitness and becoming more comfortable in your own skin. So if you flip the script that way, that also doesn't stop you from feeling uncomfortable, but it makes the discomfort almost in a way a positive thing. Not that it feels good, but that it gives you an opportunity to engage in some self-improvement. So I know none of that really solved this, and if you felt uncomfortable last time, you're still probably going to, but I hope that at least put it in a new perspective, and allowed you to see that, A, you need to just push through it anyway, and B, the benefits of doing so are perhaps even greater than you had realized.